Following breaking news, the suspect accused of killing a mother and father hiking with their two daughters at Devil's Den State Park has a new court date. Andrew McGann's going to face a judge next Thursday, August 14th. Now, McGann's next day in court was originally set for August 25th.
He's charged in connection with the deaths of Clinton and Kristen Brink back on July 26. McGann faces 2 counts of capital murder. He could receive the death penalty if convicted, Brandon.
And in more breaking news, Chip, in Arkansas, a man's going to spend the rest of his life in prison after killing 4 people and hurting 10 others at a Fordyce grocery store. 45-year-old Travis Posey sentenced to 220 years today. Now, he pleaded guilty in that case. This was back in June.
The shooting happened at the Mad Butcher grocery store in Fordyce last summer. Prosecutors and police have not publicly identified a motive. The recent jobs report showed weaker than expected job growth over the summer. Experts say it could cause the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates in September. The Labor Department reports just 73,000 jobs were added last month. It also revised jobs for May and June downwards by 258,000.
Yeah, the unemployment rate also inched upward slightly to 4.2%. Analysts say it would have been more if it weren't for a dip in the labor participation rate. Now, economists predict the U.S. could head toward stagflation in the second half of this year. That's when inflation and weak job growth happen at the same time. All right, let's go overseas now for the latest on Gaza and the push for a ceasefire and hostage deal. The top U.S. envoy visited the territory last week. This was alongside former Arkansas governor and current U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. So, analysts saying that Israel and the U.S. appear to be abandoning ceasefire talks.
ABC News reports Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is pushing to expand the war in Gaza to get hostages out. This weekend, Hamas released video of a starving Israeli hostage. His family agreed for the media to show the painful images with the growing starvation in Gaza. Families of the hostages still being held in Gaza joined tens of thousands of people in a rally calling for their release. They say Netanyahu's plan risks their loved ones' lives.
We saw a human skeleton in this video. A human skeleton. As doctors says, Eviatar has few days to live.
Doctors have said this?
Yes, and we must bring him sufficient food, proper medical care as soon as possible to save his life.
International outrage over the widespread starvation in Gaza is growing. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry reports at least 180 people have died from starvation and malnutrition since the start of the war. 93 of them were children. The wait is over. The Tawny Town Grape Festival begins today. In fact, the carnival starts in less than an hour at 5 o'clock and runs until 11 o'clock tonight. While you're there, be sure to check out the Grape Stomp from 7 to 9 and enjoy live music and entertainment from Copper Flats and Walker, Montgomery. Of course, you can't forget those famous spaghetti dinners either.
Festivities, they continue throughout the week. It's too early to be talking about food. Carnival armbands, they cost $32 tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. They rise to $37 Friday and Saturday. And of course, spaghetti dinners, $20 for adults, $10 for children, 10 and under. Fast-moving wildfires have scorched thousands of acres in the American West. Right now, the U.S.-Canada Fire Information for Resource Management System reporting 9 states on your screen right now all have active blazes. In California, another fire erupted yesterday afternoon, and it is spreading rapidly.
Chip Scarborough is in studio now with a closer look at the Canyon fire. Chip.
LaKyra and Brandon, the blaze broke out in Los Angeles and Ventura counties, and it's already forcing evacuations there. Firefighters in the region already had their hands full, too. The Gifford fire is burning nearby. Officials issued new evacuation orders and warnings for that fire as well. Now, first responders report the wildfires have consumed more than 110,000 acres so far. The Gifford fire is only 15% contained. The Canyon fire is now 25% contained. Besides the flames and heat, emergency crews are also battling the area itself.
Our firefighters out there are doing a good job, but the terrain is steep.
The helicopters are a great tool for the firefighting that we're doing out here. They can work deeper into the canyons.
California crews are not the only firefighters jumping into action. The Lee Fire is raging near the town of Meeker. It's already burned tens of thousands of acres. The nearby Elk Fire is also posing problems. All of this comes as Hawaii observes the somber second anniversary of the deadly fires in Maui. Today marks 2 years since tragedy struck there. The fires killed more than 100 people and caused $6 billion in damage. These fires are certainly causing air quality concerns across the country right now. And for now, people in parts of almost every state have only moderate air quality. That's the yellow you see right there. And the air is unhealthy for sensitive groups closer to those fires in the western U.S. and Canada. Smoke from the Gifford fire is making the air unhealthy in Southern California. We'll continue to track these intense and dangerous fires for you. For now, Brandon and LaKyra, back over to you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chip. And stay with us, because in our next half hour, we'll see the latest efforts to contain these fires as dangerous conditions continue to fuel them.